This is my lettuce tray that I put seeds in roughly 7 to 10 days ago. They are just starting to come up. So I said last week some point that I wanted to start getting into the lettuce and hitting it pretty heavy. Planting a tray roughly once a week. That one's just starting to come up, and today I planted another tray of lettuce. This whole thing right here is butter crunch, and then also I've got half a tray of broccoli going, and then roughly a little more than half a tray, but half a tray of cucumbers. Now, in the past I've planted my cucumbers, and they've taken me to like October, November without any problems whatsoever. But what's happening in the garden right now, they're on their last leg. I'm not going to get too much more out of them. So I referred to my From Seed to Spoon, my planting calendar app, and basically it says that if I plant my seeds right now, between now and the next 2 weeks or so, I should have enough time for everything to grow, produce cucumbers, and then have roughly about a month's worth of harvest season. So hopefully all that comes to fruition, and I have enough time for all that to do what it's supposed to do. But the thing that's like perplexing me here in the greenhouse today is with these tomato plants. So these tomato plants are looking good. I'm happy with how everything is growing. They are producing tomatoes. I am not worried about hand pollinating anything. Everything is doing what it's supposed to do. It's good. But what is perplexing me is down here. I have all these little speckles. Basically it's waste from something, and what it reminds me of, because I see it in the leaves too, kind of hard to see all this, but they're sitting in the leaves, and what it reminds me of really is when I had worms showing up on my broccoli and my cauliflower. I think I titled it cauliflower loopers, and it just looks like the same thing. But I've looked at these plants from head to toe, looked for hornworms. I mean, I've stared at these plants for a good solid long time, looked under the leaves, gone everywhere looking on these plants, and I don't see anything. The only thing that I can pinpoint any potential issues with is down here in this corner, roughly 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. I come out here and I notice there's like a little swarm of gnats, and that's about it. That's like not even every night, but I do notice that occasionally I do have a little swarm of gnats happening right here, and I don't know that gnats would produce something like that. But anyway, I'm keeping my eyes on this. More to come on this as soon as I find out what's happening. But that's what I got for today. Thanks for joining me.